Yay! We made it! Hey, Vita, right on time. Very excited to see y'all. How y'all doing? How was your week? Very excited to look at the upcoming week for y'all, but just wanted to check in, see how y'all are doing. Saw a couple y'all waiting. Love you for that. Still figuring out this time slot thing. If you've got any feedback, anything you want to let me know in the comments. Later, earlier, what do you like? All right, so we are going to get into a reading for all 12 signs, looking at an overall focus and energy for the week. Spirit's excited. They are dropping cards. Going to look at overall focus and energy. Then we're going to look at business, work, career, money. And then we will finish up by looking at love, relationships, family, friends, etc. Remembering that relationships, there's a lot of definitions under that umbrella. Okay. So we're going to start with Aries. This is another point where I would love to get y'all's feedback. Do you prefer it when people group up like the elements of the signs? I've even thought about maybe doing, hey, Fernando. I've even thought about doing maybe like cardinal signs, mutable signs, etc. Very curious if y'all would prefer that to just doing the signs in order. Let me know. But for now, we're going to do this the conventional way. A conventional tarot reading. What's that? We're going to start with Aries. So my Aries sun, moon, rising, and dominant folks. What do they need to know, Spirit, this week? Overall energy for Aries for the coming week, for their highest good. What do they need to know about? Okay. Yay! All right. Now, business, work, finances for Aries. What do they need to know, Spirit, for their highest good? You got it. Can I get a clarifier for that? Let me get into it in just a second, Aries. Hey! Oh my gosh, y'all are so wonderful. So happy to see you, Christine. Okay. Clarifier, please, for Spirit. For Aries. Aries, when it comes to work and finance. I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say on that. Okay. And now, love. Relationships for my Aries. These cardinal Aries, these initiative takers. Oh my God, what a wonderful compliment. Thank you so, so, so much. Tammy, oh my God. Y'all are so great. Y'all are getting me, like, I'm going to be a tomato, like a full cherry by the end of this, because when I get excited and also when Spirit's moving through, it's like, get so hot. All right. Aries. Beautiful. Okay. Overall energy and focus for the week. And I want you to keep this in strong mind, Aries, when we're about to get into money, everything. Lydia, hey. Beautiful energy. What do we say? Cardinal, strong, a fire sign. Aries, you tend to bust the door down first, ask questions later. This week, I would encourage you not to do that. The Strength card, wow. The Strength card implies, sorry, I got to peek at your last card. Beautiful. Strength implies needing to come at things from a place of compassion, utilizing inner strength versus brute strength, not trying to get your will by dominating anybody, whether that be mentally, physically, emotionally, etc. Don't come smashing down doors. This sounds funny. Spirit is bringing something up very specific to Judaism, to the Jewish religion. If someone wants to convert to Judaism, there is a custom that, you know, you go knock on the rabbi's door because you want someone to train you and take you through the steps. You get rejected 3 times, at least. They're gonna turn you away. And what they want to see is, do you really want this? Are you going to keep coming back for this? And if you were to throw a tantrum on their doorstep and you know, like just sit there and screaming and saying, you've got to let me in and you've got to let me do this, you're not going to get anywhere. So here's the other thing I'm hearing. Oof, okay. All right. We're going to get right into this because Spirit is blending the readings up. Let's get into money, work, finances. This may be one of the places where you need to measure the way that you're handling it, measure the way you're speaking to people, to yourself, etc. Old friend, nothing to be scared of here, Aries. The devil is not external. The devil is not evil. The devil in tarot is also not Satan. There is no concept like that in tarot. It's the version of ourselves, you know, the devil made me do it. Too much lust, too much greed, too much addiction, obsession, attachment. So some of you all may be very, very attached to one way of getting your money, getting your way, one method to get this business or this job or this career where you want it to go. I feel like there are more options, and what Spirit is saying is they're giving me kind of that old story about like the reed and the redwood, right? Like if the wind is blowing like crazy, what everybody sees as the strongest thing, this big mighty redwood, is liable to get knocked over because it is so rigid, right? Whereas the reed is like, I'm still going to be here after this big storm. Everybody might laugh at me and think of me as like the weak one, but I'm still going to be here. So I feel be flexible in your approach. I feel that this may be the person, this is one of your clarifiers, that you could be having maybe a discussion or an argument or a debate with this week. Page of Swords is a lack of maturity. Page of Swords is, I said what I said. I'm just being honest. Like that person who you're like, ugh, get out of my life. Like, I don't need brutal honesty from anybody. And Aries, the same goes for you this week, right? Here's your third clarifier. There are people who will work with you and there's no bullshit. There's no, only if we do it like this, or what were you thinking? It should really be like this. There is someone who is very worth working with when it comes to, again, whether this is like, I need to fix my budget, whether this is I'm looking for a new job, whether this is I'm trying to move up in my job or do my own project to make my own money. There's a situation in which partnering up, and again, I want to say, even if you feel like, for some of you, this is what Spirit is saying, is this is the person. And it is somebody who's kind of immature, kind of like here today, gone tomorrow, maybe even because Aries, these are general readings. For some of you, Spirit ain't calling you out, but for some of you, this may be you. Where it's like, I say I want to do it and then I don't. Or like, you know, made a commitment yesterday, today decided I didn't feel that way anymore. I feel like, know what you really want. Go for what you really want and approach it with love. Like approach it with compassion. Approach it with like an attempt, hey, Michaela. Approach it with an attempt to bond and to understand, not to dominate, okay? Because that's this whole thing, and that's the key to defeating the devil is integrating the devil. It's understanding, like, oh, well, this person is not necessarily just an asshole. Like, they have maybe tried to do several businesses or tried to do several partnerships and they've been screwed over. So they're coming at me with kind of a Page of Swords thing. And maybe if I can get them to understand, like, I'm not that person, etc., you may be able to get through to them a lot better than like, well, you're just a fucking asshole. You feel me? Now, taking that strength approach, remembering that strength card, not hating your anger, but trying again to understand it, starting with understanding yourself, and then that helps you understand other people. That's going to serve you really beautifully in your relationships. The World, this is completion. This is the end of a cycle. This is great understanding. Some of you may come to the conclusion that like, I don't want to work with this Page of Swords. I don't want to be with this Page of Swords. I don't want to do this anymore. The World. It's like, oh, I get it now. Big picture. Big picture is this person's never going to change. Or like, this is how they've been for the past 4 years. So I don't know why I assumed they would be different now. But I think I get it now. You know, the World is a positive card, even if it has us coming to a conclusion like that. Because it's like, well, if it's really never going to work, then, you know, Spirit is showing me a hot air balloon. This lady is floating far above the earth where she can see everything. Spirit's showing me this hot air balloon and being like, well, sometimes, you know, if we got to fly, if we've got to go, if we're really going to see things for what they are, we got to cut certain bonds, you know, those ropes that tie us to the ground. Time to let them go. Hey, Sarah. Yay. Y'all are so great. Aries. There's a lot of understanding that can happen this week, and I'm hearing it like this. I'm hearing that it comes from understanding your own triggers. I'm hearing that if you look at what makes you feel like you start to show your worst qualities, whatever those are. Neither spirit nor I is judging you. But if you start to feel like, oh, when I get backed into a corner, I get mean, or I withdraw, or I ghost people, or whatever, look at that. And look at whether you agree to those bonds. And if you agree to them, cool. Keep doing what you're doing. If you don't, like, let it go. You know I love a nerdy anime reference, Michaela. I didn't actually know that, but now it just makes me even happier about it. Okay, Aries. Love yourself. Know yourself. Know your urges. Know where they're coming from for real. Like, what am I addicted to? What am I attached to? And does it serve me? Because some of the things we're attached to, it's great. Yes, let me stick with this. I'm really attached to it and I love it. Some of it is like, this isn't good for me and I know it and I've been lying to myself. So I'm going to go ahead and make a change. Okay? No one's judging you. Looks like a fabulous week. Looks like you can reach some real understanding first within and then with someone else that could lead to some world type higher levels, okay? Higher levels of achievement, of understanding, better relationships. That's what Spirit is saying, is like this, whatever your epiphany is this week, even if, again, it's a tough one, like this isn't going to work or I'm leaving this person, it still serves you. It's still super positive. It's like, oh, I do that in relationships, or, oh, I want this and not that. And that is going to serve you. Be aware of yourself. Self-awareness and self-compassion, okay? Okay. All right. Now, born from the fire, returning to the earth, let's get into Taurus. Taurus. Taurus sun, Taurus moon, Taurus rising. The earth children, Taurus dominant folks, Taurus stelliums. Curious if any of you are cross-watching for other people. Taurus. What do they need to know, please, Spirit, for their highest good when it comes to an overall energy and focus this week? What's going on with Taurus? Okay. Now, career, money, Taurus things, Pentacles things. What does Taurus need to know, please, Spirit, for their highest good? Money, business, finance, they want to, because Taurus likes money. All right. Hey, Stephanie. That makes this more fun, right? It's like you're not having to sit here waiting for your own sign. All right. Love, relationships, family. Okay. For Taurus. Wow. Wow. Know your worth. That's what I'm hearing. Hadn't even seen this first card when they said that. Overall energy and focus for the week. Taurus, you might be, whether you know it or not, you may be involved in a little bit of a, I'm hearing kind of like a tug of war. You might feel stuck in the middle. I feel like someone is being very self-centered. That's what I'm hearing. Taurus, this can go both ways. This could be you. This could be the other person. I'm going to give you the same like energy as Aries of be honest with yourself. If you recognize that you're being a little immature, or if that you're cutting someone off because like, I didn't get what I want, so I'm going to like cut them off, or I'm going to give them the silent treatment. That's this stuff. That's like, I'm going to take my ball and go home. I'm not going to say, I don't like what you're doing, or hey, what's going on here, or whatever. I'm just going to fucking ghost or jet or whatever. My advice is to know what you really want to get out of this week. If you do run into any fights or contentious situations with people, ask yourself, what are you trying to achieve? Do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? And that's not like the only two options, but sometimes, and Spirit's bringing that through for a reason, is like, are you fighting with like partner or spouse or friend over something that's like, wait, do I want, like, what is this for? What is this for? That's really what I'm hearing is, what is this for? Is it necessary? Five of Swords is also like harsh words. Don't say anything this week, Taurus, that you're going to be like, oh, fuck. Like, those words just left my mouth. I can't take them back. You can apologize. You can say, I'm so sorry. I was mad. Like, I didn't mean that, or etc. Once those words are, it's like trying to put toothpaste back in the tube. So be very careful with your words. Taurus, I love you. You know, fellow Venus ruled sign. It's not always that you can kind of bulldoze people over, but sometimes you do. Sometimes you take it for granted that you're right, and so everybody else just must be wrong, and maybe they are. Maybe they are. What are you fighting for? What is it worth to let them know that they're wrong or that they screwed you over or whatever? Do you want them out of your life? Or do you want understanding? Because if you want understanding, then I think that you should speak and debate with that as the end, not I'm right and you're an asshole and I need you to understand that I'm right and you're an asshole. Most people just can't jive with that, even if they are wrong and they know they're being an asshole. The minute you call someone an asshole, it's like, you're the asshole, right? So think about what you're fighting for. Think about the way that you're fighting for it. Really, really choose your words carefully. What are we fighting for? Okay. Woo! Okay. So let's talk about money, Taurus. Let's talk about money, work, business. This is pretty fantastic, Taurus. You might be harboring a little bit of fear, 8 of Swords, but the outcome is great. The world, you got to take the blindfold off in order to get to that world spot, okay? Let's talk about this lady. On first glance, it sure does look like she is right to be afraid. It sure does look like, oh damn, you are in a bad situation, aren't you, with all these swords around you and you're all tied up and blindfolded. But even looking for a couple seconds, we can see her feet aren't tied, no one's around guarding her, you know, the swords aren't even strictly in her way, they're just kind of around her, and the whole idea is you're a little stuck in your head. You're a little making yourself, you know, you're blinding yourself to opportunities by looking at the challenges only. This could go wrong, this could go wrong, this could go wrong, this could go wrong. What if I'm not good enough? That's what I'm hearing. What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not worthy? Some of you might be like, I really want to ask for a raise, or I really want to start this other thing. I want to do this, but am I worth it? Am I good enough? Do I have what it takes? You have what it takes, but you've got to grab it and take it and go. And you know, this chick could give a little wiggle and could literally and figuratively just shrug these bonds right on off and keep going. And I'm gonna give you that old story. I think maybe Brene Brown was the first person to say that it's okay that you have fear, but you don't let fear drive the car. You can let fear be in the back seat being like, oh my God, there's another car 250 feet in front of us, don't crash. And we'll be like, okay, thank you, fear. I'm going 30 miles per hour. We're totally fine. No one's gonna crash into anything, but I appreciate your vigilance. Thank you for letting me know. I will be the one driving. If you do that, if you let fear be more of a friend than an enemy, than someone you're just trying to slam the door on and la 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 la, I'm Taurus, I know what I'm doing, I'm not scared, no. If you do that, if you take down that blindfold and walk into this, yep, there's challenges, but it looks like you literally come out on top. It also looks like you have a better idea of what your options are, what your talents are, what your gifts are, because I'm not talking about you start this business and within a week, oh, I'm on top of the world, I'm a millionaire overnight or whatever, but it could be wow, I'm so glad that I actually took a day to brain dump out all of what my fears are if this amazing thing happens, my fear of success and my fear of failure. I'm just gonna write it all down, I'm gonna dump it all out of my brain and be like, do I agree? You know what? I am willing to risk people laughing at me or nobody's looking at or seeing or wanting my thing. I'm down for that. That may happen. I may get humiliated. I may be rejected. I may fail. I'm down. Because you know what? Fucking failure is just a fucking road sign, just a detour on the way to success. Okay? Unless we let it detour us and derail us forever, which is a choice, and that's okay, and no one's judging you. But with an opportunity like this, and with looking at your other cards, I just want to say it's worth facing your fears. Facing your fears and facing your worries, your concerns, your self-defeating thoughts, that's the phrase that Spirit just used, is key this week in every arena of your life. When it comes to relationships, don't worry, we've got some clarifiers here. We're going to talk about it. 9 of Swords, the Nightmare card, the analysis paralysis, I'm freaking myself out. It's the natural progression. If we don't take the blindfold off here and look at things for what they are, well, the 8 turns into the 9 and suddenly we are frozen. And it's harder. It's harder to get out of this energy than to get out of this energy, okay? It's nothing to be, it's not for you to be scared of. It's for you to be aware of. Because the whole thing with nightmares, right? There's a reason we call it the Nine of Swords, nightmare card. Again, we could look at that at face value and be like, oh my God, the nightmare card. Oh no. What is a nightmare? A nightmare is something that can only fear, like frighten us and drive us and make us do weird things like in our head. It cannot touch our life unless we allow it to rush into the waking world, okay? So you don't need to close your eyes and la 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 about what you're afraid of or what you don't like about yourself or what you're working on within yourself. You want to take your hands off your face, open your eyes, turn on the light, look at these swords. They are still, they are hung, they are not doing any damage. Their points aren't even visible in the card, and that is for a reason. This cannot hurt you. But this posture, this attitude, that can hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Clarifiers. Swords upon swords upon swords for you this week, Taurus. Again, like a lot of stuff going on in your mind. Four of Swords is healing. Four of Swords is let me get these thoughts in order. Hadn't even seen this, but Spirit was saying, dump out all of your like fears of success, fears of failure. Here are all the terrible things that could happen. All of them, like everything I can think of. Don't worry about how outrageous and silly it is. Like, I'll be humiliated on a world like wide level. Hey, if you're lucky, you'll get such an opportunity that so many people will have their eyes on you that yes, the risk could be, oh my God, what if I make a huge public failure of myself? Unfucking likely, Taurus. Unfucking likely. Hadn't even seen this when I said, hello, fellow, like, Venus-ruled Taurus. The Empress is Venus. Venus is your ruler. Venus is love, beauty, taste, luxury. She's even a little bit on that wealth side. You've got to love your fucking self. You've got to know your worth. And you got to know, like, I can imagine how uncomfortable it is for a Taurus to be stuck in their head. It's like, I live in the moment. I live in the present. I live in my body. This anxiety bullshit, this is bullshit. And I understand. And the Empress is encouraging you to get back into your body. This is also telling me there's a lot of love and suitors and charm and confidence like radiating from you. So this is also a week, Taurus, to maybe even more than usual, make yourself feel, you know, like wear those nice fabrics. Take that extra 10 or 15 minutes just to zhuzh yourself and make you feel good before you leave the house. The Empress has this wonderful, unique ability to draw things to her. She's very magnetic. So everything here, it's like you don't need to do this. You don't need to, at all costs. Nothing at all costs. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. And the Empress can summon things that she wants to her just by being kind of in alignment with the kinds of things she wants. So if she wants to have a new suitor, well, then she starts acting like somebody who has this amazing suitor and a lover and is like maybe expecting that lover to come over tonight. So you are, you know, taking care of yourself, your body, the way that you dress, etc., etc., as if you have this amazing lover coming in. You are summoning that energy into your life when you get into resonance ahead of time. It's like getting there before you get there. Okay? Little practical magic for you. Maybe time to make a little Venus altar. Maybe time to get yourself some chocolates, a pink candle. Summon you somebody. Anybody ever seen Practical Magic? That scene where she does the spell to attract like her ideal mate. That's kind of funny. I think that's kind of like some of y'all, if you haven't seen it, or even if you have and it's an old favorite, you might want to put that on to get a little inspiration for your Empress powers. That's what Spirit is really, really saying. I love it when they do a pop culture reference. Thank you, Spirit. All right. From the earth to the air, let's talk, Gemini. Your favorite thing? Gemini. Gemini. Gemini sun, Gemini moon, Gemini rising, Gemini stellium people. Sarah, there's that. Is he a fox? He is so cute. Thank you. Gemini. Gemini. What do the twins need to know this week, Spirit? Overall energy and focus. Overall focus and... Oh, they're already talking. Okay. Okay, we're going to talk about it, Gemini. Okay, now, Spirit, please. Okay, that was fast for money, career. And finally, Gemini, let's look at love, relationships, family, feelings. What's it look like in the realm of the cups for Gemini, Spirit? Okay. Wow. Okay. Need a clarifier, Gemini. Give me one sec. Spirit, need a little clarification. Any of you Geminis have Aries placements? Damn! What are you carrying, Gemini? Okay. Yow. Okay. I'm not trying to scare you. This is okay. This is good. This is all right. We're gonna get through it. Okay. Overall energy and focus for the week. I get the sense that some of you have... Time is a little funny for Spirit. It's like either this has just happened, like this is extremely recent, like past/present. Some of you may experience this during the week, but I kind of feel like a lot of you have already undergone this. So, Three of Swords, overall focus and energy, pulled several clarifiers for you. Three of Swords is separation, is disappointment. It is fearful, repetitive thoughts. It's like feeling, what Spirit is saying is like the walls closing in. So some of you may have experienced a disappointment, a loss, getting kicked out of something, whether it's like relationship or job or like, wow, I tried, this is what Spirit is saying, is like I tried showing or doing this and it didn't work out. Here are your clarifiers. Some things, Gemini, are not meant to work out, okay? And I know, like, damn, and I've got more clarifiers for you, okay? This is too heavy. It feels to me like some of you were doing all of the work, whether that was in a relationship, whether that was in a career aspect or a friendship. It's like, were you carrying all the weight and was all the blame put onto you? That's kind of what I'm hearing, which is pretty intense, Gemini. It was like, I expected you to carry everything and you dropped a wand and I dumped you. Like, really? Like, that's what it kind of feels like. It feels unfair. It feels ick. Feels like, for a number of reasons, and we'll get there, that speaking your truth and potentially cutting things off with people it's possibly necessary. You know your free will is everything. You know that it is more important and more effective than any divination that you could ever have in the world. This is only supposed to help you and never put fear into you, but only give you a strategy and a way to approach this week. If someone has continuously, and this is how I'm hearing it, violated your boundaries in small ways or in large ways, it may be time to put the kibosh on that shit. It may be time to be like, well, you seem perfectly content to watch me labor and sweat and carry everything and then mock me or laugh at me or dismiss me when I drop one of the 10 wands while you're walking there with like nothing in your fucking hands. Like, okay, you don't deserve that, Gemini. Don't be the only one carrying the weight. Here's your final clarifier. I mean, damn. Anytime I see the Three of Swords and the Six of Swords together, it's kind of like, well, I'm glad that's over. And that's like the phrase that I'm hearing. I'm glad that's over. I had to learn from that shit, and I'm going to take my swords and I'm going to go. I am moving on, and I'm hearing like greener pastures, clearer waters, and it's not a grass is greener thing. It's like, I tried to plant shit here for years, months, like a long time, and nothing ever grew. So literally the soil is not going to grow what I want. That's a metaphor, okay? But this thing that you want, it ain't going to grow here. Time to go. Time to learn from everything that's gone wrong and move on. Why? There's so much better for you. There's so much better for you, Gemini. Here's what Spirit is saying. Whenever there's a place in your life where you feel like you keep running into a wall, running into a wall, running into a wall, eventually it's time to redirect, okay? I'm here for try again. I am. Like, I'm not trying to, you run into the wall once, of course you try again. Like, maybe I did that wrong speed or wrong direction or whatever. Let me try it again. But if you are one of those Geminis that Spirit is talking to me about, that has been trying and trying and trying and trying and carrying, and like this person just keeps putting weight, and you're like, okay, until you like fucking sink to the fucking ground, and then they're like, oh my God, why are you on the ground? Fuck them. Fuck them. Spiritually speaking. When it comes to money, career, finances, business, you getting what you want, you have everything that you need. And I don't always like, I'm not encouraging you to like go it alone and dismiss everybody. But again, if anybody's making you feel that way that we've been talking about, I do kind of feel like you need to miss them. But this says you can do it on your own. The Magician is number one, the individual. And she has each of the four elements, the wand, the cup, the pentacle, the sword. She has everything that she needs right in front of her to shift reality in a moment. That's the other thing about the Magician card. It's a manifestation card. It's a worry more about doing the internal work than the external, like, meaning as above, so below. As within, so without. On earth as it is in heaven. All the same concept, just different, like different understandings, different philosophies, right? If we do the internal heavy lifting of how valuable do I feel? How much do I appreciate what I'm creating, what I'm doing, my own version, my own magic, whether that's your art, whether that's your coding, whether that's whatever it is that you do for yourself for money. It feels, you know, all Geminis are creative types. So even if you do something that's very like, oh, I'm a librarian or whatever, you have your own way. And that hyper individualization, that kind of serves you. There's a little bit of show off. It's a little bit of like, if you have been keeping, you know, hiding your light under a bushel this week, be the Magician. The Magician is like, look at me, look at what I did. And people are like, so please, show off a little bit. And anybody who dismisses you, okay, you got it. I don't take it personally. Water off a fucking duck. I'm off. I'm going where I want to go. Now, here's the other reason I said there may be some kind of, you know, come to Jesus conversation or some kind of cleaving when it comes to relationships. You had that Three of Swords overall energy. Now, when it comes to love, relationships, family, friendships, Ace of Swords, the truth. A little bit of a pattern interrupt type energy. So you may be starting a conversation. You may be asking someone to have a sit down and figure out what the hell's going on. Like, I feel like this, so we need to do something about it. Whether that's initiating a breakup conversation, a come to Jesus conversation, whatever. I feel like take the initiative, speak your truth this week. Just be sure that you're doing it in a way that actually gets you what you want, because I kind of feel like this person or this energy that you're dealing with is manipulative. And that doesn't have to mean like they're evil, right? Like people can just be, I don't know why I'm hearing the sign of Cancer. So I don't know, maybe some of you have like a Cancer parent, or maybe they're just trying to give me that energy of some people like martyr themselves. And you're like, oh, great. Like, yes, please, mom, please martyr yourself some more, because what I want is for you to be like on your bleeding knees on the ground, making me, no, like, I don't want that. So please don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, Spirit's getting real specific, but some of y'all need to just go ahead and have that conversation and be like, no. I don't know who that is. No to them as well. Okay. Reconnecting. It says it's reconnecting. I think we're back. Hey! Pardon my singing. All right. Cancer. Let's talk about it. Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Dominant folks. What do they need to know? Please, Spirit. Cancer. Overall energy and focus for the week for Cancer, please. They are ready and they want to. You got it. Okay, and business, money, yay! Business, money, finances, jobs. What does Cancer need to know? Okay. Now, love, relationships, family, feels. What is Cancer? Whew, no wonder they brought that. Okay, all right. We'll talk about it. All right. Give me one more, please, Spirit. Okay. All right. Let's go, Cancer. Wow. Okay, pretty great. Overall energy for the week. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. I'm hearing peace and quiet, peace and quiet. It's going to be super important. Cancer, you're literally the sign of the home. 10 of Pentacles is wealth, security, feeling provided for. If any of you have concerns about maybe money or things being steady, it feels like you have the promise of protection and steadiness. And there's even kind of some healing energy. And really kind of, we'll get there. But for multiple reasons, I feel like it's really important for you to carve out some time for yourself. Journaling, meditating, just taking some damn naps. Like maybe pulling on the fuzzy socks, putting on the favorite movie, pulling down the shades. Being with your loved ones, taking good care of yourself. I'm hearing that I haven't even seen your money and finance cards, but they're telling me that this is connected to kind of that peace and quiet and sense of security and support that is contributing to you developing some good ideas around money, career, projects, finances, etc. Not sure. Okay. So let's get into money and finances. Wow. Whew. Well, I hadn't seen them yet, but this completely aligns with what Spirit was saying. You can come up with some really new, great ideas when it comes to your money or your job, your budget. That's what I'm hearing with this, is some of you are just straight up like, I've got to switch my budget around. This is not working. Got to move my money like a little over here, a little over there. And what's really important about this is when you work your money the right way, Cancer, you notice how she's moving these 2 pentacles. It's just 2, but she's moving them around in this infinity symbol, this lemniscate. So when you work your resources, and remember, that's not just your money, that's your energy, that's your physicality, etc. When you work your resources deftly, stay adaptable, they can become infinite. So a little adjustment, that's what I'm hearing, like a little bit of like, oh, you know what? Like I've been drinking champagne on a beer budget, and that's what I'm hearing for some of you. So I need to get serious with myself and be like, oh, okay, you know what? This is the problem. So I'll make this adjustment. And goodness, with this as the overall energy and focus for the week, like I said, even before I'd seen those cards, Spirit was saying you can make a pretty big financial and career breakthrough this week by just looking at things for exactly what they are and making very minor adjustments. You don't have to do a big overhaul, minor adjustments, okay? Move this over here to pay that debt. Don't need to get that, you know, I'm going to get rid of this streaming service so that I can get this thing, or instead, like Skillshare instead of Netflix or whatever. Not sponsored. Okay. Now, relationships, Cancer. This is your clarifier, okay? You might be disappointed by somebody this week. You may have recently undergone this disappointment, or it may be upcoming. I never want a tarot reading to put fear into you. That is not the point. The whole point is to help you and to prepare you so that if a moment comes, you know how to handle it. So somebody may have, what I'm hearing is dismissive words. So it may not even be like, I'm breaking up with you, or you're out of here, or whatever. It could just be that somebody says something very offhanded, and you're a Cancer. Like, even if something is offhanded, like it hits you in the heart. I'm gonna come back to, you need some time, closing the shades, fuzzy socks, favorite movie, shutting the laptop, looking within. What do I really feel about this? Is this a huge loss, or is this person like getting out of my way? And there's no judgment. If you need to mourn it, then mourn it. But I kind of feel somebody maybe just removing themselves like from your path and They could do it in a very kind of, like I said, a cold or like just kind of like, wow, damn, you're just gonna like casually break my heart, huh? Sweet, sweet, sweet. Cool, cool, cool. All right. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. I'm just gonna shut the laptop, stop looking at these messages. I'm gonna put down my phone, stop looking at what you're texting me because like I can't take this shit. You are meant to be strong within yourself this week, not to the exclusion of other people, because you have wonderful people, family members, people who, again, remember, family can be blood, family can be chosen. Either way, you are supported and you are meant to do some healing this week. Because what is the Three of Swords? You know, difficult conversation, plus the Ace of Swords, speaking the truth and the reality and cutting things off if necessary. 3 + 1 = 4 of Swords, healing, quiet time, feeling like you finally have your thoughts in order so that you can come at things with a new approach the following week, feeling like a more solid version of yourself. Okay? It's not about being all alone, but it is about it being important that when you are alone, you feel good. And that it's not like you're not looking for things or people to fill your time. And if you are, and if you find that you are, you know, filling them with people and things that are kind of not up to par, ask yourself why. Okay? Developing a better relationship with yourself. That's what I'm hearing this week. And the people who love you and the people who support you, they are a good mirror to look into for, oh, how do I want to be treated? How should I treat myself? What do I deserve? What am I worth? Okay? Think about what you're worth, Cancer, and then give it to yourself so that you can invite people in who give it to you. Because if we have trouble receiving, then we will tend to attract people that have trouble giving. Feel me? All right. Now, from the water to the fire, let's talk to Leo. Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising, Leo dominant people. Leo. What do they need to know, please, Spirit, for their highest good? Leo. Wow, card just dropped into my lap. Perfect. Overall energy and focus for the week. Now, Spirit, money, resources, business, finance, jobs. What do Leos need to know for their highest good? You want to, okay? And finally, Spirit, when it comes to love, relationships, feelings, family, for Leo, sign of the heart, what do they need to know, Spirit? Their highest good. Okay. Woo! Love to see it. Love to see it, Leo. Hey, Lydia, thank you so much. I love his gi. Who is this guy? I feel like he's... I need a whole anime about this guy. Okay. Overall energy and focus for the week. Leo, I am hearing Spirit is saying, know thyself. Know thyself. Some of you all might have Cancer placements. Hey, Data. Some of y'all might have Cancer placements. If you do, consider this to be like a double down on that kind of like hermit, look inside, know yourself. Okay? So, Leo, this is a week to be cool, to be calm. They're not exactly Leo things, but be cool, be calm. And what I'm hearing is don't make a move until you're ready. Don't make a move until you're ready. So the High Priestess is someone who is very, very comfortable to sit quietly and observe. You know, Spirit is saying, like a lion, when, you know, like a Leo may not have the reputation for patience, but you are a fixed sign. So I want you to lean into the hunting aspect of a lion that is super down and willing to be crouched among the reeds, just looking, just watching, stalking silently for miles. Okay? If you've ever looked into how big cats hunt, they will stalk you silently for miles and miles and miles, wait for you to get tired, and then you're a meal. Okay? So Leo, the thing may not be this month to like go out guns blazing, but to be a little bit more choosy. Hey, Katie, to be a little bit more choosy about when you go. Timing. Spirit is saying like timing is everything. And again, this lovely lady has no problem sitting and waiting to acquire the information, secret information, because then she knows how to act. Okay? We're not literally stalking, but we're doing a little bit of that. And oh my God, Yay! Speaking of queens, Queen Anne, Queen of Wands. This is you, Leo. Wherever you identify on the gender spectrum, all of it is valid. You are showing up with Queen of Wands energy when it comes to work, business, money, finances, projects, right? Anything that you're doing to kind of increase your net worth. So Leo, the Queen of Wands, clearly Queen of Fire, charismatic, creative, warm, loves to see other people win, knows what her talents are, and is not ashamed to show them off. Big Leo energy, the best of the Leo energy. Now, it is connected to this because Spirit wanted a second card. You know, they were like, you know, Queen of Wands is too straightforward. We need to tell you what the challenge is. And here it is, Leo. Ooh. How do I say this thing that Spirit just said to me in the most loving way? Sometimes, Leo, you are the sign of the child, right? So no shame. You can be a little bit childish sometimes. You can be a little bit like, no, not that one. Like, I want another one. Again, like a fixed sign, right? So it's like, I said I wanted it this way, and it's supposed to look like this, and it's supposed to come on this day, and it's supposed to be exactly like this. And like, life is like, hey, you know what? Spirit has a much bigger like imagination and vision than you do. So you may be looking at these 3 fucking empty cups just sitting there, not doing anything interesting, all the while missing that somebody is like, hey, 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 take this, take this, take this. So an unexpected gift, an unexpected blessing. It's not going to come in the way that you were wanting, but it might be better for you. Okay? Might be a little bit of a good. Sarah lovingly called out as a Queen of Wands who is like, no, I want it like this. But Spirit knows best. Let them give to you the blessing that you want to receive. And remember, when you show up as the Queen of Wands in this realm, warm, creative, charismatic, I'm also hearing helpful. So I don't know if some of you might be trainers, some of you might be just helpful people that like to see other people win. But I'm feeling like Spirit's telling me platform. They're kind of showing me like these tectonic plates that are hitting each other and creating these new mountains. So you might get an unexpected boost. That's what I'm hearing. You might get a very unexpected boost because, I mean, hell, tectonic plates, that's a very unexpected, explosive type of growth, okay? But that's what I'm hearing. So be your warm, beautiful Queen of Wands, charismatic self. Again, whatever your gender may be. You are glowing, you are shining, you are radiant. So don't close yourself off, okay? Open up to what life could give to you this week and allow it to surprise you. You know, a stalking lion doesn't like to be surprised, so I understand. But there's something coming that is bigger, better than you can imagine. That's just what I'm hearing. Quite a boost, tectonic plates. Now, when it comes to relationships, love, remembering that, yes, that can apply to romance, but that goes for every connection. Relationships are mirrors. 2 of Pentacles, balance, adjustments, minor adjustments. So what I'm hearing with this is, are things fair? Are things equitable? And I don't mean tit for tat. I don't mean that you have a little notebook that says, like, friend took me out to lunch last week. Now I'll take them out to lunch. It was $33, so I'll be sure to, like, no, that's not what we're talking about. But it is like, is the energy moving freely back and forth? Are you feeling like you're giving and getting? And if there are any situations where you feel like you're giving but not getting, remedy that. You don't have to, like, go in guns blazing and be like, you're an asshole, you're not giving to me or whatever. But you might be like, you know what, like, I have, like, helped this person move a dozen times, or I have been on the phone late night with this person who's been through a breakup, and then I had one bad day and called them up and tried to have a conversation and they were, like, dismissive or something. If you need to make some minor adjustments when it comes to your relationships in order to feel like things are fair, in order to feel like things are, I'm feeling mutual respect, admiration, and I'm feeling adjustments can be made, okay? So I'm not feeling like big slights. I'm just feeling like you may need to shift your weight a little bit. Maybe I've been focusing too much on this person. Maybe I need to, like, pull back and focus on me or elsewhere or whatever. Just notice where things might be out of balance and make those minor adjustments, okay? A little less of this, a little more of that kind of thing. Does that make sense, Leo? You are in your power, so this is a good time to adjust and shift things around because you're going to be feeling confident. High Priestess, Queen of Wands, like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Okay. Now, Born of Fire, back to Earth. Let's get into Virgo. Virgo, my virginal friends, my pure and pretty peoples, talls and smalls, guys, gals, and pals, everybody. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. What do they need to know, please, Spirit, when it comes to overall energy for the week? Overall energy and focus for their highest good. Lindsay! Yay! And of course, Gaia. Thank you. Okay. Overall energy and focus for the week. Woo! Okay. We're going to talk about it. Okay. Money, finance, business for Virgo. What do they need to know? Okay. And finally, Spirit, love, relationships, feelings, connections. What do they need to know for their highest good? Their highest good. I say you go for it, TJ. When Spirit speaks to you and it resonates, you take it. All right. Finally, Virgo, relationships, feelings, new growth. Get into it. Okay. Wow. Virgo. Whew, one of my favorite cards in the deck. The Chariot. Overcoming challenges. This is big victory. This is getting somewhere that you've been desperately trying to go. Yeah, love it. I love to see it. Literally one of my favorites. This is you getting your conscious and unconscious mind on the same page and saying, this is what we want and this is where we're going. So if your conscious mind is like, this is just an example, okay? I want this position. I want to be making this amount of money, like at this status in my life, right? If this guy over here, if you're unconscious, you're conscious, tug of war, okay? Picture it. Conscious, I want wealth and position and whatever. Unconscious, rich people are bastards. Like, that's all it takes. Our unconscious is far more powerful because it is hidden, because it is below the surface. If we're looking at the iceberg, remember, we're only seeing the tip, right? So get to know what your unconscious thoughts are. Like, what do I really believe? Because it's not our intentions that create our life, it's our beliefs, okay? And that's a distinction that matters and is super important because we can have great intentions, but if our beliefs on that unconscious side, rich people are bastards, or mom's gonna be disappointed if you do that job, like, it can take all that and run with it. Doesn't mean that you can't get there, but it means that it's like a lot harder. Like if we're only doing it consciously and we have to pull and drag these fucking corpses of all our past beliefs that we're not ready to let go of, it's okay, no judgment, but I think that you can dismiss them. Alicia, thank you. Oh my God, wow. I was so excited I tipped over the house. Thank you so much. Oh my God, y'all are wonderful. Whoa. Whoa. Good whoa. Okay. Okay. When it comes to money, finances, business, projects, Virgo, you got a beautiful week, like across the board. Expansion, leadership. You have come very far. Three of Wands indicates a milestone. You have struck out on a new path. You have been aiming to do something new, to get, it's like, my ships are coming in, or I'm getting on one of those ships and I'm going out. Something is changing. I'm getting onto this new path. I'm interested in this new thing. This new thing is calling to me and I am going for it. And damn, does that put you into a powerful position. King of Wands. Again, remember, you can be anywhere on the gender spectrum. That is valid. Coming up as a king or a queen has a lot more to do with personality type than anything else. King of Wands is a manager of creativity. He is the kiln around the fire that can create anything he wants. That is the King of Wands. It is, when I have an idea, I know how to bring it to life in the real world. You are doing that. You are building an empire. You are already king. Manage your talents well, and you will soar. That's what I'm hearing. Need to show off a little bit too, Virgo. It's not unless you got some Leo placements, it's not exactly in your nature to show off and tell the world, this is what I am, this is what I'm doing, and I'm amazing. But I also feel like some self-promotion and some telling the world, hey, oh my God, there you go. Thank you, because I am feeling a lot of Leo crossover. So thank you, Lashball. Speaking of empires, hello, King of Wands. Okay, speaking of money and success and etc., this is a little bit of a crossover message, but these patterns, they go across all things. Hey, Mac, yay! Page of Pentacles, new growth, new opportunity in the realm of relationships. What I also feel, okay, so this, of course, these are general readings, you know that, but Virgo, I'm feeling like some of you may have a suitor that is putting you on quite a pedestal. Like, hey, oh my God, be sure to link me, please, in the comments. I would love to go check you out. There may be somebody who they may be chronologically younger, or they might just be so like in awe of you that that's why Spirit is showing them to me as a page, where it's like, you know, they're holding up this coin with this incredible reverence, and Spirit is showing me that someone is going to be, is looking at you like that. And if this person's maturity level is good, then awesome. I mean, the page of the pages, I would say the Page of Pentacles is the most mature. But reminder that the pages do indicate a little bit of like a lack of experience. But here's the other thing about a lack of experience. There's innocence there, and Spirit just used the word guilelessness. This person doesn't have an agenda. This person doesn't have ulterior motives. This person is just like, I like you. I think you're gorgeous, or I think you're cool, or I think you're so smart, or I think you're amazing. And whether this comes in the form of romance or just other people, because remember, this covers all connections, saying like, wow, look at that thing you're doing, you're incredible. I want you to take that as big confirmation from the universe that you are on path to where you're trying to go. I also feel that literally and figuratively, other people want to invest in you. Literally and figuratively. So don't be surprised if people want to contribute, whether it's money or whether it's like, hey, like, let me share your stuff, or hey, whatever, like, let me help you out, put you on my platform. Like, expect to feel supported. And I feel like it's because you are doing a really fucking good job of supporting yourself. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, Virgo? So good job. You're doing the work. The better you love you, value you, take care of you, the better you allow other people, romantically, financially, whatever, to do the same. Okay? We get what we think we deserve. I'm gonna put it on a t-shirt. Okay, not literally. All right. Now, from the earth back to the air, let's talk to Libra. Libra, sunset sign. Libra, Libra sun, Libra moon, Libra rising. What do they need to know, Spirit, for their highest good? Libra. Libra. Overall energy and focus, please, for the week for Libra. Okay. Now, yay! Now we're money, finances, business. Where are we at, Spirit, for Libra? What does Libra need to know? Money, projects, business, finances, resources. They want to. You got it, boss. All right. And finally, when it comes to relationships, connections, family, friends, love, what's going on in the feels department? Wow. All right. Whoa. Okay. Overall energy and focus for the week. A lot of dreams, a lot of options. Libra, wow, I mean, come on, indecisive. Oh, that's funny. But like, we call you indecisive and we joke around about it and stuff, but it's nice to have options, right? However, not all of them are good options. Spirit is bringing to my mind the, oh my gosh, which Indiana Jones movie is it? The one with the quest for the Holy Grail? And they're looking Oh, just you wait. Just you wait, E. If you think that is the most Libra card, just you wait for the rest of this reading. Okay. They're showing me that scene in the Indiana Jones movie where there's, okay, so for those of you who haven't seen it, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Indiana Jones is this archaeologist, right? And he's out hunting for the Holy Grail. And finally, he reaches this underground cave, and it's a room full of cups, just like silver, gold, brass, copper, stone, wood, just all manner of cups. Damn, which one is the right one? Which one is the holy fucking grail? And spoiler alert, some greedy motherfucker in that scene sees the most beautiful, elaborate, jewel encrusted grail and can't keep his greedy fucking hands off it, grabs the wrong grail. You know what happens? His face melts off. Not gonna get your face melted off, Libra, but I think it's important for you not to be distracted. There are certain things. Sarah knows. Oh my God. Your face isn't gonna melt off, but you could get distracted. You could waste some time. So think about what's your real priority. I'm getting this for like a couple different signs. Wow, just saw one of your other cards. This would be a really good week. Maybe even, it's like we're on the weekend, right? Maybe you can take tomorrow or tonight to do a bit of a brain dump. What's my priority? If I could have, one thing, two things, three at tops, okay? Pick three tops. What are my three things that if I could get this done this week, or one thing, if I could make some progress on this, I would feel amazing by the end of next week. Choose carefully, okay? I'm not worried about it. I'm not getting any sense of foreboding when I say choose carefully. It's just like, know what's worth investing your time and your energy into. Are you looking for money? Are you looking for power? Are you looking for acclaim? Are you looking for bullshit? Are you looking to get caught in a shitstorm? Because you might. Choose carefully what matters to you, okay? I have a sense that you're going to have a pretty good idea of what's good for you, judging by the rest of your cards. Let's get into it. When it comes to money, business, work, projects, damn, showing off. Six of Wands is getting applauded. Six of Wands is literally the showing off card of like, look what I've done. Look what I made. Do you like it? And people saying, we fucking love it. We want to throw you a parade. Bring out your wand. Show us what you've got. So Six of Wands is definitely saying, don't hide your light under a bushel, Libra. Sometimes, we get the Hermit card and it's like, go within, don't listen to what everybody else is saying or doing. And sometimes we get, hey, if you show off, people are going to love it. Now, what's interesting is that Six of Wands is connected to this lovely lady. Some of you are straight up intuitives, where it's like, yeah, I use my intuition goes into my art, or my intuition goes into my divination practice, or etc. One way or another, you all are showing some really excellent judgment on the job. And if you are sitting on a piece of information, waiting for the right time to debut it, to tell, to share, whatever, this may be the week where you're finally like, okay, now I'm ready. Here it is, everybody. What do you think? And I feel like people are excited. Now, when I said if you think that's the most Libra card, which yes, it is, let's look at relationships, connections. Libra, it's literally your card. You at your best, you at your strongest, thinking about what's fair, thinking about what is right. Not just fair, but what is right, knowing that justice has to be balanced with empathy and mercy. I think that you might be, Spirit just said some of you are going to get called in to be a mediator. Whether or not, you want that or are intending for that, somebody might put you kind of in the middle. Well, mom said this and dad said this, or friend one said this and friend two said that, da-da-da-da, and you being kind of like, okay, everybody, let's just calm down. Let's just look at all the evidence. Let's get really clear about what's really going on. And I feel like you can, through that, this is interesting, but Spirit's putting it like this. They're using the phrase you can create better power structures. So if there are some weird power dynamics in a friend group or in your work or in your family or wherever, I kind of feel like it might be time, wow, here's what Spirit is saying. They're combining this and this and saying, Libra, part of your like, and this is how they're putting it too, like part of your cachet, right? Part of your gifts is that you are not one to complain a lot, if at all. So when you finally speak up and say, I don't think this is fair, or I don't like that you're doing this, or I would prefer it if you would do that, or whatever, that people listen to you because you're not just crowing about whatever, whenever, all of the time. Okay? So use your voice. That's what I'm hearing. Use your voice to bring equality, to bring justice. And I'm a fan of that at all times, whether it goes just between friends and family or whether it is to the greater world. That's what you're here for, Libra. It's part of your life purpose. It's why you were given the gifts of diplomacy and speech that you were given. Bringing balance, finding more power, and creating better power structures. So what do you know, Libra? Maybe you're a benevolent leader. Okay. So now we leave the air to dive into the ocean deep to talk to Scorpio. Whoa. Okay. Spirit throwing out cups cards, shuffling back in. Not ready yet. Scorpio. Want to look at overall energy, focus for Scorpio. Spirit, what do they need to know most for their highest good this week? Woo. Okay. Okay. When it comes to money, relationships, and the job. Oh my God. Okay, they're already talking. Prospects, that's what I'm hearing. That's the first word I'm hearing. Scorpio, when it comes to money, work, business. Okay. And finally, when it comes to, you're going to know why my jaw dropped in just a second when you see these relationship cards. Whew. Okay. Woo! Powerful. Whoa, powerful week. Okay. All right. Here's your overall energy and focus for the week, Scorpio. Expansion. Moving onward and upward. Looking out and taking a step. So I feel that a lot of you, this is like, I feel like a lot of you have been curious and you've been kind of like, maybe you have a certain job or you have a certain place that you're living, but you've been kind of like looking around, looking at what excites you or interests you or kind of summons you and pulls at you. I feel like it serves you this week to kind of like, to step out on a new path, to try something bold and new and different and expand your horizons. That's what I'm hearing a little bit. So could use that old cliche of thinking outside the box. Wands are creativity and they are spirit. So it's like spirit just used also the word wanderlust. Some of you are experiencing wanderlust where it's purely like, man, I got to move to Colorado. I don't know why, but I got to go or whatever. Trust that. Trust that. Like go. If it is calling to you, then you want to do it. If you are being dared to show up more in a creative or fiery way, please step into it. This could also be, especially looking at job sector, which we'll talk about in just a second. This could also be a promotion or kind of a, even a transfer. Like, oh, we're going to move you from over here to over there. We can make that work. There's some travel implied as well. So I don't know if some of you are going on trips this week or it's like I'm moving. So this is the week where we're doing the actual moving, but I'm feeling some exciting new things entering your life. A lot of communication this week. A lot of communication. A lot of people telling you what they think. I feel like you get a lot of momentum. I think that okay, Spirit is saying that clarity is what creates the momentum. So some of y'all, what I'm hearing is you're cutting off old things so that you can like go. Like I'm cutting off, like what they said with the hot air balloon earlier. I'm chopping that rope and I am off. I am going. You're a daring sign, Scorpio, and you are the sign of transformation. I feel like things are being moved out of the way. You've got a lot of ideas. That's what I'm hearing about some of you, is like, whoa, like the creative ideas are coming like lightning and I don't even know what to do with it. And Spirit is like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. They're coming so fast, I don't know what to do with it. You know exactly what to do with it, and Spirit dares you to go because it's going to be good. Because if you step out and step forward and show whatever your unique gifts are in whatever way that means to you. These are general readings, right, Scorpio? Some of us are like loud and proud. Some of us are, you know, the strong silent types. In whatever way, show off. Yes, love to hear it. Love to hear it. Step out of your comfort zone. It's worth it. It's worth it. Like I literally, well, okay, let's talk about it. I was going to say something, but we'll get into it. I feel career success. I feel potential new job. I feel potential transfer or traveling to get the job that you are really looking for. Looks fucking great. Now, let's look at relationships. I thought I only had 2 and I was already stunned enough, but there was another little fellow hiding. So, very scorpionic with the triple cups. When it comes to love and to relationships, I always think it's really important and interesting when we get more than one ace in a reading, because it's calling for refreshing, new beginnings, new energy kind of rushing into your life. And we get the opportunity to decide, will we lean into the new beginning, or are we going to kind of try to do the 4 of Cups thing where somebody's trying to hand us this amazing, wonderful, beautiful cup and we're like, nope, I'm not even looking. I'm looking at this other thing. I have a feeling, Scorpio, that your eyes are wide open. I have a feeling that you are like, hey, I don't fucking care what form the miracle comes in as long as it's coming. And it's a coming. So here's you, Queen of Cups, wherever you are on the gender spectrum, feeling very much in your healer capacity, your intuitive capacity, your ability to see through things and people is definitely being highlighted. And I'm also feeling like, damn, somebody admires you. That's really what I'm hearing, is like, whether you know it or not, there are people out here that are like, God, that person is so majestic, so beautiful, so mysterious, all of the Scorpio things, like so magnetic, right? Now, to get that Ace of Cups, here's what you got to do. You got to leave behind any old bullshit that is not good for you. Do we think it's an accident that this chick is walking with her walking wand and then this chick is like, I've reached a summit? When this chick is just hanging off for the mountains, it's the beginning of her journey, and the beginning of her journey is leaving behind shit that she has invested and poured her time, her love, her energy, her resources into, and never, ever, ever did it feel like it came back. So whatever relationship you may have in your life, family, romantic, friend, where you feel like you're the one who's always pouring and nobody is pouring back into you, it may indeed be time for you to turn your back. It's a really hard thing to do, and walk away towards something new. The most important thing about this card is that she's walking away from these very finite, limited amounts of water toward the source of all the water. So it is fresh, it is new, it is healthy. This is you, the Queen of the Cups. Expansion, potential new job, potential new love. Pretty exciting week. Like I said, things moving out of your way, limitations being just suddenly removed. That's what they're showing me, literally people snipping at red tape. So it's like, oh, that job we told you had to wait 3 months, like, never mind. Do you want to come now? Yep. Ooh, I'm gonna be ruling. Gonna be ruling, Scorpio. Okay. Now, from the water to the steam to the fire, let's talk to Sagittarius. Mutable fire, creative, wanderer. Spirit just threw a fire card out, but we're shuffling it back in. We're almost ready. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius sun, Sagittarius moon, Sagittarius rising. What do they need to know, please, Spirit? Overall energy and focus for the coming week for Sagittarius. Okay. Then money, work, finances, opportunities in the realm of money, resources. What does Sagittarius need to know in the coming week? Please, Spirit, for their highest good. Woo, okay. And finally, love, relationships, friends, connections. What does Sagittarius need to know? Please, Spirit. Wow, they dropped it right out. That was amazing. All right. Woo! Overall energy for the week, Sagittarius, building up, working with the right team. That's also what I'm hearing. You are surrounded by good people. And if you are not already surrounded by good people, Sagittarius, and when I say good people, I mean people that support your vision, support your growth, support your health. These are all the ways that I'm hearing it put, okay? And I feel like support your growth is one of the most important here, because it kind of feels it feels like you live your life in an unconventional way. Of course, that's very Sagittarian, but that's how Spirit's giving it to me right now. You live your life in a very unconventional way, and you want people that are going to support you and see you, the way you live your life, as an art. And be like, wow, well, I would do it maybe like this, but you are still the artist. You know what I mean? So I feel like you have good people, like a team around you. So that team may feel like, for some of you, well, this person's my, my friend, and they're a great support. This person's my therapist. This person's my blah, 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 blah. You've got good people around you that are seeking to support you in your growth, in your expansion, in multiple ways, okay? I also feel, and we'll get into why, that there is small but significant financial growth, and that could come in a number of different ways. That could be like, okay, you get a small raise, or it could be like, oh, this thing that I'm working toward, we just hit a milestone. Like, it's only the 3 of Pentacles out of the 10 of Pentacles, right? But that's a third of the way. So the trickle of interest or money, or the beginnings that look fruitful, they're showing up this week. And it is just the beginning. When it comes to finances, money, work, High Priestess, keep your cards close to your chest. That's what I'm hearing. Some of Spirit just said insider information. For those of you who know what that is, you're going to know, and I'm hearing keep it under your fucking hat. Okay? Keep the cards close to the chest. This may not okay. It's general reading, Sagittarius, so you need to trust your own intuition, but this is what I'm feeling. This feels kind of like a week to like lay low and observe. Although you may at the right time be like, and now I can take action. Now I have all of the information I needed. Like, now I kind of have what Spirit is saying is like a read of the room. Like, that's what this person thinks or wants. That's what this person thinks or wants. So this is how I'm going to approach this next week or whatever. Like, maybe next week you get the Ace of Swords or something in this sector where it's like, and now there's a conversation or a contract or whatever. I feel like this is saying, do your research. That's what I'm hearing now. Do your research. What do other people make at this type of job? How did other people start their project, their business, whatever? Research. Keep your cards close to your chest. Don't go crowing about this thing until it is like debut. It's time. I'm moving, or I'm starting this, or whatever. Okay? Feel me? I know it's not usually like you, Sagittarius. You're known as like I'm so honest, I will put my foot in my mouth. Like, but keep it close just until it's time. Like, oh my God. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. D-Day disappeared, but I was loving what I was reading. Whew. This one's been coming up a lot this week, and I am shuffling these cards like crazy. Honesty. So honest, sometimes I put my foot in my mouth. Sagittarius. Be careful not to do that. Be careful. Like, Sagittarius gets a reputation for being blunt, right? And blunt is better than brutally honest. But I want to make, this is how Spirit's putting it. If we wanted you to be blunt, then maybe we would have put an Ace of Clubs here to be like, blunt instrument, wham, there's your truth. This is a fucking scalpel, okay? This is not blunt force. This is slice, slice. This little bit, this is bullshit right here, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So being very clear, being super straightforward, not being afraid to dissect potentially other people's like arguments. Spirit is saying you have the upper hand, and they're showing me this again. So some of you that like that calm and that observation, it's also going to serve you in relationships. Like, oh, I know exactly how to handle this person. Now that I see how they're operating or what their motives are, I know how to speak to them to get what I want, because the Ace of Swords is a conversation that creates change. It's broaching a topic, it's speaking the truth. And it also, just gotta say, between these three cards, patterns work across our life, okay? So of course we're picking like a card for each like sector of our life, but these patterns go together. There is an opportunity for expansion and promotion when you gather the right information and execute accordingly. That's what I'm hearing. A little research, a little R&D. Next week might be quite an exciting week. Looks like this is a week of preparation and new beginnings. So now, let's go from the fire to the mountains, to the CEO of the zodiac, to Capricorn. My Capricorn friends. Sea goats. What do we need to know this week, Spirit? Overall energy and focus. Overall energy and focus for Capricorn. Capricorn sun, moon, rising, and dominant folks. Wow. Okay. Very exciting. Okay. Now, Spirit, please, when it comes to job, resources, money, Capricorn things. Okay. And finally, wow. Did y'all hear that? Like, I'm choking on my own spit. I was so excited. Wow, did y'all hear that? Like a flick to the top of the deck. Spirit knows what they want to tell you. Overall energy for this week, you're going to be feeling like the magician, and that's just how they're putting it. I feel like you're going to be getting praise. I feel like you're going to be getting noticed. I feel like particularly you're going to be noticed for your talents, for your like, God, you're so funny. God, you're so smart. God, you're so organized. How do you do it? Like, that's what I'm hearing. Competent, competent, competent Capricorn. Like, damn, how do you do it all? Wow, how do you take like this weird, crazy intersection of these different things and create this thing of your own? Capricorn. And so what I'm really hearing is like, and this makes sense, Capricorn things, you have something of your very own. Something that is like, I want this business, or I want this project. Tanya! Ah, oh my God, I love that y'all are watching together. Hey David, haven't met you yet. You're making magic, Capricorn. And I think you need to, we'll get into this in a second, why I'm saying this. You need to not feel ashamed for wanting to be the center of attention. Okay, Capricorn can be very like head down, power through. No, I don't need your thank yous. Like, I would be doing this anyway. And I know, like, you would be, I know. But it's also okay to have like people, to want people to say thank you, and to want people to say you're talented. This is cool. This is so creative. I didn't even know you could do this, or whatever. So if you've got a talent, if you've got a skill, if you've got something that you wouldn't mind being known for, Capricorn, I say, be daring, be bold, be fucking, here's the most important part, shameless. Let's talk about it. Money, resources, finance, jobs. You know, the devil is the Capricorn card. Not because you're the devil, because the devil in tarot is not Satan. It is not evil. Oh God, I'm shaking the house apart. It's not anything even external. It is attachments. It is needs. It is attachments and needs specifically that we feel fucking ashamed of. And spoiler alert, a lot of the time we feel shame for shit that is like nothing to be ashamed of. Most people want to be recognized as talented or gifted or cool or creative or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with it, okay? Like, I want it to, oh my God, shame me. No. I love these cards together because the Strength card is the perfect prescription. It is, we all have a beast inside, okay? We all get jealous or greedy or needy or mean or whatever, too weak, too strong, whatever. Whatever you're not allowed to be, Capricorn, you got to go give yourself some fucking permission. Like, okay, let me just give you an example. If you are looking at the success of another person and you feel like this contraction in your chest of envy or jealousy or whatever, he shouldn't have that. He's not that smart. I'm better at this. I should have that. That sounds ugly, right? That sounds devilish. Like, ew, you think you're better than other people? You know what? Yes, sometimes I do. And I know it's not a good quality, but sometimes I feel that way. Why do I feel that way? You know what? It's probably because I don't give myself enough credit, so I get triggered when I hear other people giving themselves credit. Huh. Revelation. Maybe what I'm judging other people for is a really excellent clue to what I am not allowed to be. And here's another fucking clue. Whatever we divorce ourselves from, good quality, bad quality, we divorce ourselves from a part of our power. So if you divorce yourself from the envy and you pretend, I'm not envious, I don't fucking, no. Well then guess the fuck what? You might be missing out on the pointer dog that is aiming you right at, you want to write your own book. You want to be on fucking YouTube or SoundCloud or whatever the fuck. And this is why you get a little antsy and bitchy when you see like this post from this person or this person in particular triggers you or whatever. It's okay. No fucking shame. Your lion might have a thorn in its paw. Or you might have just left it neglected in its cage and you might need to go over and apologize and give it a good brushing and be like, tell me what you need, baby. I'm so sorry. I thought if I starved you or beat you or caged you or killed you that you wouldn't be able to run my life. Turns out that's actually when you start running my life, is when I get so scared of you that I try to push you into the shadows and then you start being able to pull strings and make me do weird self-sabotagey shit so that I can just end up right back where I was and go, see, it's because these other people, they just want credit or they, nah. No. You deserve, Spirit wants you to step into that. You're the magician. And guess what you have to be before you can be a magician? Before you can become a magician, you have to be a fool. Magician is number 1. The fool is number 0. The fool has to get in over their head to discover, oh damn, I can make magic. Like sure, maybe I did have to have my back up against the wall. You do some of your best work with your back up against the wall, okay, Capricorn? This is leading to this. The fool is happening in your sector of relationships, connections, family, friends. Set yourself free. Some of you are tying yourself up to people and things that are not honoring you. No shame, no judgment. I think that you'll know what this is if you have something like this, someone like this in your life that is like, maybe they make you ashamed to want certain things. Maybe they make you feel like, ugh, I just hate this. I'm getting this impression of like, someone who is sitting around with their family and they mention that, you know, oh, I just put up like my art like on this website or something like that. And kind of like the family or the friends or whatever kind of like snickering and being like, oh, okay, because you're like an artist now. Like, yeah, the fuck I am. Yeah. I don't have to be the best. I don't have to be Van Gogh. Nobody has to like it. I'm an artist. I'm an artist because I say so. And here's the fucking, like, the punchline. The David Bowies and the Freddie Mercurys and the Kate Bushes of the world that said, fuck you, I don't care what you think of my weird warbly voice or my go-go boots in like 1970s England. I don't give a fuck. This is me. And what the fuck are they? Superstars? Magicians? Beloved for being their unique selves? You got a bonus card, Capricorn, because this just flew out. Allow yourself to be adored. Give yourself permission to adore parts of yourself that you've never felt allowed to adore before. Especially the taboo parts, okay? Okay. Now, let's talk to Aquarius. From the mountains to the clouds, let's talk to Aquarius. Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising. Aquarius dominant folks. What do they need to know, please, Spirit, for their highest good, overall energy and focus for Aquarius this week? Wow. Okay. Now, please, let's look at money, jobs, opportunities, resources. Dang. Okay. Let's look at relationships, feelings, connections for Aquarius. For their highest good, Spirit, what do they need to know? One more, please, Spirit. Relationships, connections. You got it. Okay. All right. Aquarius. Overall energy for the week, take the lead. Whew. Some of y'all might have even some Capricorn placements. So, King of Wands. You can be anywhere on the gender spectrum and come through as a king or a queen. It is all about personality type. The King of Wands is the great manager of his creative skills. The fire, the juice, the electricity. This guy knows how to take something from just a concept and an idea to like, here's my business, here's my project, here's my video series, here's my book, whatever. Taking the creative lead, and I don't just feel taking the creative lead in like your job. This is overall energy and focus. You can come at your whole life with like creativity and excellent management skills of like, how could I rethink this? That's a very Aquarian skill. Like, let me just turn this on its head a little bit. I could get a little creative with the way that I'm doing this or the way that I see this. And that in itself creates a change. So your charisma, that's what they're also saying. Your charisma, your leadership skills, your confidence are being called upon this week. And you are being asked specifically not to retreat into the shadows. We're going to talk about where this is coming from, but you're being asked not to retreat into the shadows, not to retreat into like, I feel defeated or I feel unsure, because your feelings are kind of in the mix. And Aquarius, you're not the most comfortable with your feelings because those feel very out of control. They feel very like alarming. They feel very like, I don't know what to do with all that. Like, yes, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. I love it. Oh my God. I love it. Yes. Yes. King of Wands. I love it. I love it. Katie, you are so 100% right. Big drag queen energy. Love it. Yes. Could you embrace some of your big drag queen energy this week? Bring a little panache, bring a little extra. Okay. Lily, oh my God. Thank you so much, Leo Queen. Oh my God. Aquarius, I'm also hearing, and this is interesting to me. I'm also hearing stand up for yourself. Okay? Whatever that may mean to you, I am hearing stand up for yourself. King of Wands is, I know what I'm doing and I know why I'm doing it. And even if you don't understand why I'm doing it, like I do, and that's what matters. And I'm not trying to say, maybe you bring them in on whatever your strategy is or whatever, but stand by what you say and what you want, and don't let other people deter you. The expansion is happening when it comes to work, when it comes to career, when it comes to finances and projects. There's expansion of both your talents and your money. Like, slow and steady wins the race, okay? Three of Wands, they're telling me a lot of you have had like kind of an epiphany. Kind of like, okay, like if that way didn't work, I'll go this way and see what I can see. And what you see is it won't be overnight. It won't be like, there, I won the lottery and now I'm a millionaire. But if you put your work into this idea, and this may even be something that you're working with a couple of other people or one other person, I'm kind of feeling team energy. If you put your work in, this seed will become an orchard, okay? This is already in motion. This isn't even the Page of Pentacles where it's like, oh, something's kind of happening. The ball is rolling. You have already put in some of this work. You've maybe even gone farther than you think you have. And you can take it all the way. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it's yours. That's what I'm hearing. And I know these are general readings, but I'm hearing for some of you, it's like, this is so yours. This is my idea. This is my project. This is something that's unique to me and only I can do it. Believe in yourself. Believe in your fucking self. Seeing the King of Wands, like, I feel like you do, but damn, if you don't, please trust the crazy lady on the internet who's a total stranger and knows nothing about you. Really though, do it. Okay, all right. Now, let's look at love and relationships. I think you all are having some revelations. 2 major arcana, 2 pretty intense cards. I'm feeling, wow. Okay, so this is super specific. This definitely doesn't apply to all of you, but can I tell you that the first thing I'm hearing is some of you are dealing with like narcissistic mother, narcissistic parent, somebody who sees you as an extension of themselves, could be a lover. And if you step out of line, or if you call their character into question or something, it's like all hell breaks loose. And I feel like some of you may decide to dissolve a little bit of that bond. That's what I'm hearing. Like, I'm hearing solvent and dissolve and bonds dissolving. And that's intense. Of course, like I said, that doesn't apply to all of you, but if you do have a narcissist in your life that's kind of been trying to pull at your strings, I feel like this is the week where you might be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and close this chapter. I don't need this shit. Like, and for others of you, this is like the voice of that person, like, playing in your mind. They may even be dead. They may be long gone. And yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like, they may be long gone, but their voice is still playing in your head. Their voice is still fucking with, like, oh, I think I want to do this. And here they come creeping out from behind. Like, if you were here, gosh, now I can't even remember because it's all going by so fast, but we talked about conscious and unconscious and the tug of war, and how in your conscious mind you can be like, I want success, I want to make this much money, or I want this job. But the unconscious, those voices in your head that usually were put there by someone else that say, you're not worth that, you're not good enough for that, rich people are whatever terrible, like, unconscious ideas, they can fucking immediately just yank you back and fuck your shit up. And you want to get clear about what those things are. What kind of messages did you get as a child around being creative, around leading your own life, around being an individual? Because that's what I'm hearing is, like, that's what it's coming up around. This person seeing you as an extension of themselves. And now, even though the last thing you would ever want is to maybe make that person happy, because maybe you do recognize, like, they were a narcissist. I don't want to do what they want me to do. But some part of you might still be trying to deep underneath all the conscious stuff, there might be a part of you that's like, but I just wish mom would love me. Like, why doesn't she just love me? Maybe if I'm good enough, maybe if I say please, maybe if I put, like, close my, like, make room for her by shrinking away. No mo. No mo. Closing the chapter, building the kingdom. It's all you, Aquarius. It's all you. Okay? It's yours. Now, bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Pisces. With love, Katie. Reading the crap out of you with love. Okay. All right, Pisces. Patient Pisces. Let's talk about it. Spirit, what does Pisces need to know for the coming week? Pisces, overall energy and focus. Overall energy and focus for Pisces. What do they need to know? I love it. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. All right, Pisces. Looking good so far. Okay. Now, when it comes to finances, money, work, business, what does Pisces need to know? Please, Spirit, for their highest good. And finally, Spirit, when it comes to relationships, connections, love, family, what does Pisces need to know for their highest good? Okay, so, wow, fantastic week, Pisces. Like, pretty well across the board, okay? 10 of Cups, overall energy and focus, your happiness, your fulfillment, sharing the joy with the people around you who love you, family, okay? And quick reminder, family can be blood, but family can also be chosen. Like, these are the people I am truly bonded with. These are the people that feel like my spiritual or soul family. Surrounding yourself with those people and allowing them to support you. I'm feeling it big time. You deserve it. You've earned it. I think that you're going to be feeling it. It feels kind of like people may be reaching out to you. Like, you may be like, whoa, where is this even coming from? It's not close to my birthday, but like, I'm just getting people telling me this, that, and the other thing and offering me this, like sending me money, sending me praise, sending me whatever. Like, I just feel like you're kind of getting it from all directions in the very best way. Some of you may be moving or taking a trip to be with family at this time. That's also what I'm hearing. So, safe journey. Wow. Pisces. This is good. I've got one little point of contention for you, okay? Just to add some friction so we can get some traction. But let's look at money, finances, jobs, projects. Look at you, kicking ass. King of Cups. And if you have any Aquarian placements and Pisces, like, take these double kings for what they are. I don't play poker, but I know that's some good shit. King of Cups, King of Water. You are managing your emotions, you're managing your desires, you're managing your intuition extremely well, and people see you as a leader. People look to you as a leader. These together, you are in your element. You are in your element. Other people may also be coming to you for advice, for guidance. When people see you as a King of Cups, it's like they see you, Pisces, as someone who's not going to judge them and someone who has great emotional and intuitive gifts. So people may be coming to you for that. Here's your little bit of friction, okay? Among this great week, and we haven't even gotten to your final card. Here's your one little bit of friction. Page of Swords. Somebody, among all these wonderful messages and all this support that you're getting, you may get, I'm actually kind of feeling sibling energy with this. Some of you might get, like, you know, the cruddy little comment or a dumb text or whatever from somebody who just kind of takes the wind out of your sails. That's how Spirit is putting it. And that's okay, because you know what? The King of Cups fucking rules the ocean. So if you take the wind out of my sails for half a day, because, you know, what you said got to me or whatever, that's okay, because I fucking run the water. And if I need the waves to carry me to my next destination, then I'm going to do that. And what is the kind of like, what metaphorically speaking, what Spirit is saying is, I need to get out of my head and back into my soul. So don't let this person get into your head. Okay? And if they do, be like, it's okay. It was only for a half day. Then I'm letting it go. You got it, Maria. You're the king, okay? I'm not trying to make fun of or judge anybody, but when I see these two court cards next to each other any old time, when they show a king and a page next to each other, they're directly talking about there's like a maturity discrepancy, okay? So there's daddy and then there's baby. So you remember, gender notwithstanding, you're daddy. Who's your daddy? You're your daddy. And ain't nobody gonna fuck with your peace, okay? If they do, only temporary, because you are going to get out of your head and back into your soul and remember why you do the things you do, and you don't do it to please little bitches. Just gonna say it. Okay. Now, finally, Pisces, when it comes to love, when it comes to connections, when it comes to family, joy, etc., damn the sun. Clarity, joy, vitality, energy. There's great understanding possible this week. Like things I'm hearing like coming to light, and in a good way. Not like, you know, secrets coming to light, but more like, oh my God. Like, well, of course, like I keep ending up in XYZ position because I keep doing XYZ thing. Like that kind of thing. But it doesn't feel like self-flagellating like it can sometimes. It's more like, wow, this is like intense, and it may only go for like one Pisces that listens to this, but my prayer is always that whatever is most needed for the highest good of everybody comes down. Some of you this week might be like, I need to go to AA, or I have a problem. Like, I recognize that I am like checking out of life by doing this or that or whatever. And yes, that could be a substance. That could also just be like, I've been playing video games from 4 a.m. to like midnight, like for the last 3 weeks because fucking quarantine. I'm going a little crazy. Like, I've recognized where I'm like need to get a little healthier and where I could get a little more energy. Okay, that's just what they're saying. And when it comes to love, whatever emotional, whatever the relationship, this is one of the best cards there is. This is like, you love me for who I am. I love you for who you are. There's no falseness. There's no, it's free, it's open, it's innocent, and it's beautiful, Pisces. So hug, hug, hug those loved ones by your side that are like, I don't need you to look different, act different, talk different. Like, you are a vision. You in your like ratty bathrobe and a towel turban, and they're like, you're a vision. That's who I want for you. That's who is on deck for you. You are shining. You are worthy. You are loved. And I think that you are going to feel it this week, Pisces. It is your birthright. It is your due. Shine. Stand up in your leadership. Ask for what you want. It's really important for you to ask for what you want, because I feel like if you ask for what you want this week, you're going to get it. So if you need someone to be nicer, be more attentive, if you need someone to back off, if you need someone to not give you advice but just let you vent, whatever the discussion you need to have with your loved one so that you can be supported the way you want to be loved and supported, speak it into existence. I'm very excited for you. You have a beautiful week. Little bit of static, but nothing you can't handle, and nothing that isn't worth it. Damn. I love it, Pisces. Y'all, that's another one on the books. We did it, and guess what? It only dropped out one time today. Didn't even have to make 2 separate videos. Amazing. Thank you all so much for being here live. I really appreciate it, and really thoroughly appreciate those of you who took the time to comment, and those of you who donated. Like, I can't believe it, and I'm so grateful, and it just blows my mind. So thank you. I'm wishing many blessings to you all. Blessings to you and yours. I want to go ahead and sign off just so this can start processing and people can catch it from the beginning and get to their sign as soon as possible. Tanya! Oh my God! I'm gonna sign off before I start crying. No, really, I love y'all. The video will be up in about 24-ish hours. Love you. Please take care. Please have a wonderful week. Please tell anybody telling you to be anything other than yourself to go fuck off to Tahiti, all right? Love you. See you next Saturday. Bye, y'all. Someday I'll do this like the right way without showing you my whole hand. Bye.